Okay, it looks like I'm live. I'm trying something different now. I've found out about this service called Restream, where I can stream to YouTube and Twitch simultaneously. So I'm just going to try and use that for this stream. I'm just checking my audio levels. Hopefully everything's mixed correctly. I'll turn my desktop audio up. I've noticed that it was quite quiet on the last stream. So, for those who are just watching for the first time, the goal of this streaming series is to mod the game Storm Chasers to make the tornadoes larger and to make them more realistic if I can. So in the last few streams, what I've managed to do is get roughly the right size tornado. I still need to tweak the debris cloud a bit, and I still need to tweak the amount of precipitation. So what I did is I made usually the largest storms, which put down the EF5, EF4, EF5 tornadoes, have a lot of rain wrapped around them. So I've modded that to reduce the amount of rain so you can see the tornado better. But because I've made the tornado so large, you can actually see the top of it poking out the top of the storm. So I'm thinking if I increase the precipitation a bit, it'll kind of mask that. And I've modded it as well so that instead of having a random selection of EF0 through EF5, every tornado that touches down is an EF5. So I'm going to make those changes now. The software I'm using here is DnSpy. If you look at my YouTube channel, you'll see how I've been using that to mod the game. So I was thinking, you can usually see F2s pretty well, so I'm going to mod the rainfall emission rate to be 0.1 instead of, I'd set it quite low. Or maybe even EF3, 0.15. Let's do 0.15. So what I'm going to do is try and get the tornado looking realistic, have it looking good, and then play free roam where you can see the insanity as a result of the changes I've made. I still think I've got the debris cloud way too big. So if the radius is 300, let's set this to 500. I've got a feeling that's going to be too small though. Let's see what happens. So I think this is alright and that's alright. So one thing I need to figure out is what the physics root offset is. I just Google that really quickly, see if there's physics root offset. You can't see this. Physics root offset. I don't know if that's just a term the developers used. Yeah, I think that's just something he's named it because Googling that brings up nothing useful. So yeah, I've modded it. Let's overwrite the DLL file. Yeah, replace it. Okay, now I'll fire up Storm Chasers. Hopefully that'll start showing up on the stream. Let's just get the preview window up. Yeah, it's showing up. So one problem I was having is I think I made the debris cloud much wider than the actual base of the tornado. So I've made that smaller, but now it might be too small. So I'll have to see what happens when we get them spawning in the game. I'm not sure if I can do anything about them poking out the top of the storm other than making them narrower. Unless I go really in depth into the code and figure out exactly how he's rendering them, but I don't really want to reverse engineer that because it's what makes the game look so good, and I don't want to reveal that to maybe other potential competitors who want to build their own version of this. So, free roaming, start. At the end of the last stream, I didn't have enough time to test, and my frame rate dropped to like 4 frames a second or something like that. That was likely due to 2 tornadoes spawning up where the woods are, where there's a lot of trees, so there's a lot of debris. So hopefully that doesn't happen this time, and we get a nice view of the tornado. And if this worked well, something I've been talking about doing is changing the rate at which the tornado rotates, so you can have what people call a drill bit. So I might mod the EF2 or EF3 to rotate really fast, but still do a lot of localized damage. I'll have to see. I'll have to figure that out live on stream, so if it's a bit too tedious, what I'll do instead, let's see if we can get a probe in front of one of these. In the last stream, a tornado started to touch down a few hundred feet from where I was, and even with the brakes fully applied on the car, I was still getting dragged towards where the tornado was forming, so we'll see how this goes. What direction is everything moving? Northwest. Ah, towards the trees, exactly what we don't want. There's a massive storm up in front of us. I think we'll get on this cell here, so get in front of it. If it's heading northeast, I'll head north first. I need to get there before anything spawns, so the game will start going really slow. I think I'm maybe bumping the graphics settings down a bit as well. Just noticed something in Streamlabs. 1 second. Let's pause the game. There we go. Hopefully that's a bit better. Just noticed the bottom of the video is cut off there in the preview. I feel like I need some music in the background. Like, I think the Twister, like, not theme song, what's the word? Twister movie soundtrack would be good, but I know somebody else already does that, and I don't really just want to copy. Okay. Just had a warning, I didn't read where it was from, so let's just pull up here. Where was it? Ooh, up there. Okay, that might give us a good view. It's going off the map, so there won't be too much debris. Wait, sorry, which right did I need to take there? Second right. Okay, let's race it. Don't know if you can see anything from here. Oh, there's another one going here. Okay, it's starting to get a little bit crazy. Let's turn right here. I just have to keep my distance because it is quite big. Oh, I think that's actually spawned over the mission 1 where I was testing them originally. Well, okay, there's some stuff disappearing there, so what I'm going to do is just stop here. Something's touching down in there. Let's get out the car and have a look. Maybe I need to drop the precipitation a bit. Ow. Can't really see anything. Oh, you can just make the tornado out. It's getting wider. Okay, let's see how close I can get. I want to get close without dying. Whoa, okay, this looks like it's something from Twister. What the heck? Where's all this coming from? Okay, I'm a bit too close. Brakes on. Ah, the debris cloud looks okay, I'd say. Actually, it's still a bit too... It's cut off on that edge a bit. So maybe I need to make it a few 100 meters wider. But I think this looks decent. You can't see it out the top of the storm. It's massive. Let's see if I can get closer. It's moving towards me, so maybe a good time to drop a probe. Okay. And see that? Just looks like a circle. I think I might have made them a bit too wide. From this angle it looks alright because the top's cut off. Let me deploy this probe before I get killed. Can't tell if it's coming towards me or not. See, this angle looks alright, but I want to do something about that. Is it coming towards me? Yeah, it is. Let's just back up a bit. Yeah, there goes the fence. So I guess it's a trade-off between the width of the tornado and it actually looking good. Like, I could make it a mile wide, but it's just going to look crap in game. Maybe I could knock 50 meters off the width or something. Oh, it might be something to do. There's a ratio called size cone base. I think it's a ratio I've talked about a few times. Maybe I need to tweak those numbers a bit. Yeah. Fence is disappearing. That's getting close. Okay, time for me to get in the car. Let's just back up a bit. I think my probe's going to get hit. Or maybe, looks like it's going to just miss it. Yeah, this would look better with less rain. You can barely see anything. Oh, that's looking pretty good. So now, so now it looks okay, because the clouds have spawned in front of it. Okay, let's go. So maybe I should just keep it that way, because it's okay once you get close enough to the tornado. This is crazy. Like when it's just raining hay bales and roofs and tractors before, that was pretty cool. It's a little bit of a race. Oh, the car's not one to go. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Get on the road. Come on. I'm maybe about to die. I'm going to keep the accelerator pushed as hard as I can. But everything is disappearing behind me. Can I do it? Which way is it moving? Oh, it's moving away. Okay, maybe it's a bit... Maybe I've set the radius or the strength of both a bit too strong for the damage. Okay, this fence is disappearing there. Ah, come on. Down to 7 frames a second. Maybe I could mod the maximum amount of debris in the air. Actually, is that a setting? I'm definitely not exiting the car. If the car's struggling right now, then I've got no chance on foot. Okay, I might turn the graphics settings down. Bear with me one moment. Settings. Game quality. Let's head to medium. Accidentally set an anti-aliasing to 8. It's probably not going to help anything. Medium. 0. Okay. Let's try with that. Resume. Oh, I've got a few frames. Oh. Let's step out and have a look. Yeah, look, debris cloud needs to be a little bit bigger. Got debris raining down everywhere. Oh, something in there. Huh, tractor and a trailer. Where's that heading towards? How many of these are actually on the map? Oh, okay. There's one going through Wakota. Be ashamed to miss that. Let's see if I can race this tornado to it. To get to Wakota. Is this going to be across the road? Might have to do some off-roading here. Can't believe we're missing an EF5 move through Wakota. Okay, maybe avoid this bit where there's no telephone poles. Oh yeah, I forgot it's moving. This is like that scene, the F5 at the end of Twister, and they're driving parallel to it, and then it shifts over them. I've got it. I think I've escaped. Whoa. Okay. Let's get to Wakota. So we're just south of Okota now. I think the reason why we're getting 4 frames a second is now this massive wedge will be destroying everything there. I think it's just going to scour the ground. There'll be nothing left. Yeah, I'm getting 3 frames a second, so sorry about that. I'm going to have to mod the max amount of debris, I think. So we can see the outline of the tornado now. But the game's not very playable right now. Everything's just going to be getting ripped up. Yeah, 2 frames a second. This is going to make some cool screenshots, I reckon. But in terms of actually gameplay, this is pretty difficult. You can't play a game at 3 frames a second. But that looks good. I'm quite happy with that. Got an explosion there. And everything disappearing. All at once. I did see something somewhere called max debris, but I think it's based off your graphics settings. So what I might want to do is keep my graphics settings high so everything looks good, but just reduce the maximum amount of debris so I still have the performance. It's so big I can't actually tell which way it's going. It's moving to my left, but I don't know if it's coming towards me as well. I'll find out if I suddenly die. I'm quite happy with this result actually. I don't think... The only thing we need to tweak is the debris cloud, make it a little bit bigger, maybe 100 meters bigger. And then it will just be tweaking the max amount of debris in the game so that I can actually play it, but I'm quite happy with that. Ooh, and then it's suddenly gone AF4. Alright, so let's make those tweaks, I think. Let's quit this. So, you can see that. So I think rainfall emission rate, we need to put that to say 0.1. Edit method. 0.1. The debris cloud, did I say a couple of 100 meters? So let's try that at say 750. It's a nice round number. Compile. Okay. Now, I did see max debris. This is a matter of where. So I've made the debris cloud bigger. I've decreased the precipitation. I did come across it as well as trying to mod the max speed of the car. I came across the max debris size. Maybe I just type in debris. And then figure out local rotation. So tornado, ground debris, tornado debris. No, there's a thing that like max debris, but it was to do with graphics settings. So I wish I need a bookmark or make a note of interesting things I come across. Because what I'll do is I'll notice something interesting, think, oh, that'll be interesting, I'll come back to it, and then I cannot remember where I saw it. Maybe it says VP debris module. What it was like for graphics settings, and then future graphics setting, it had small amounts of debris. Maybe let's go up here, search for graphics. Game logic. I'll search graphics. This is a Unity engine. Debris. No, nothing there. DP debris. This was in tornado somewhere. Let's have a look. This is a big class. Oh yeah, so this is the size cone base I was talking about. Maybe I need to change those values, but I don't know what to. See if I can find it. Oh, here we go. Max physics objects. Okay, so current quality, here it is. I think that's what I'm changing. So it's 0, 1, 2, or 3. So what are the settings again? It's low, medium, high, and ultra. Low, medium, high, ultra, and then an else just to catch it. If I still play on medium, I'll load the game up quickly and check. I don't know if this isn't showing up. Oh yeah, it is. So if we reduce that, because 800 might be a bit high. And I'm assuming that this is to do with the debris. It might be something completely unrelated. So what are the settings? You got very low, low, medium, high, and ultra. So I'll keep the game on medium. So very low, low, medium, high, and ultra. So this is medium. And these aren't actually objects, they're objects. See, anybody's noticed that typo. As long as it's consistent, it doesn't really matter. It is is this per tornado? Just having a read here. To see if there's anywhere else to do with physics objects or debris. Okay, let's just bump this down then, see what difference it makes. I guess I could set it to 0 and see what difference that makes. But that'd be a bit stupid. Let's set it to less than low. So let's say 150 for now, and I'll keep it on medium. We're getting this problem again. If it has anything to do with me running the game while I have it open here. Edit method 150. Some parts of the game you can't change. Some warnings there. What's the error? This is not a variable. What is it talking about here? I'm guessing some library or something which hasn't been included when you disassemble it. One way to test it is to change the values further down. Ones we were playing with before. Like here, just check I can change them. So set this to say 200. Compile. Okay, it doesn't have a problem with that. So yeah, it is something to do with the location in the code that you changed. Let's set this back to 300. if I can't change that, I think the only option I'll have is to set my graphics settings to low. I was going to bump the... So I think number 2 is to do with the radius, and number 1 is to do with the power. Remember, let's have a look. Number 15, number 16. 15 is... number 15. That's the strength, and then the size. So it might be a bit too strong. Set this to that. I think the radius should actually be bigger though. Sometimes you see it moving towards a fence, but it doesn't destroy anything. 400. Compile. Okay, let's test it with these settings then. What would be cool is if the developer could make these constants be read from a file to allow anybody to mod them, and then maybe have a competition to see who can get the best looking tornadoes. Like allow you to set the color, like RGB and alpha, change the different modifiers. Like I know it's got X and Y modifiers, like curve multipliers or something I think it's called. And I think what they allow is like the classic tornado look, like the elephant trunk tornado. That's my suspicion. Because it's set much lower on the wedges, because obviously it wasn't look right to have a wedge have an elephant trunk shape. Just check this is streaming. It's showing up, okay. Maybe at the very beginning of the game I'll set my graphics to low. It won't look as good, but there's no point having everything look crisp and sharp and have 3 frames a second. Let's go settings. Let's do very low. There we go. It still doesn't look too bad. Not great, but like if anybody's played Flight Simulator or X-Plane on the lowest setting, doesn't look good at all. Upgrade that. We'll need a wind gauge. Probe's useful. And that. So first off, which direction is everything moving? Southeast. That's not the best direction to be fair. The wind farm will get absolutely massacred. And maybe this cell here. Left here. They're quite slow moving, so deploying a probe shouldn't be too much of an issue. Just think which is the best place to go to get the best view of this storm. Yeah, we're getting one, but that's going to go off the map. I think going right and then left, just driving straight towards it, and then we'll figure out how to position after that. So you can see the cell there. Just do a handbrake turn, because they're the most fun types of turns. That could have been executed better. I could be careful. I was thinking of just stopping here and let the storm move over the top of me, but if a funnel starts to go down, I probably won't be able to escape. But maybe that's a risk worth taking. Nope. Okay, which cell's that on? Oh, over there by the trees. You won't be able to see anything there, so I'm going to stay here. Put the headlights on. Okay, maybe I put the power up a bit too strong, because it's, yeah, that's, hey, performance is staying good. I'm still getting like almost 20 frames a second. Let's keep watching. It looks like it's about to put something down. I'm quite impressed with how much performance I'm still getting. I think it's set a bit too strong because I've never seen a funnel cloud do that much damage, but it looks really cool. I guess the point of this game is it's meant to be fun, not necessarily be realistic. Okay, here comes the funnel. Let's take some photos with a million bits of debris in the air. Oh, okay. So I've died. Hopefully I can respawn fast enough to watch this, because I was at a good angle. Come on, hurry up and die. That's a great thing to have my voice recorded too. There's now a recording on the internet forever of me telling somebody to hurry up and die. Okay, let's respawn. Great, I can't. So maybe. So was the problem the radius? Like, should I have been that close and still getting killed, or was it the power? That did look epic, of everything just getting ripped apart before the tornadoes touched down. But that does happen. That even happens without the unmodded game. Like, once I was actually right about here, and an EF5 started to touch down, even while it was a funnel, all these electricity lines started to get ripped up. So maybe decrease the radius somewhat. Can we see anything from all the way over here? Yeah, I think. Is this still a tornado? I'm thinking maybe start again and just be a bit more careful. I still need to see what it looks like if it moves over a town, like a bunch of houses. Okay, starting in recorder, not bad. Wind gauge and some extra photos might as well. Everything is moving east. So maybe it's worth just staying east of this cell here. Okay, I think I'll go, yeah, just head this direction, stay on the northernmost road. Should be a rule in the game that you can never make a regular turn. Always got to use the handbrake. It should deploy automatically whenever you steer. That'll be fun. That's a massive cell. have a look at it, flip around here. Okay, let's wait for something exciting to happen. I've only ever seen one supercell in real life living in the UK. I'm in the northeast of England, if you can't tell from the accent. And in 2012, I think it was June the 28th, because I had a doctor's appointment, I had to get some vaccinations because I was going to be I was going to live in America for a couple of years, and there's some vaccinations I had to get just as standard since it was like classed as travel or something. And I remember walking to the doctor's, and it was really hot, really humid, and I knew there was a chance of storms. Like I thought we were going to get like at least a thunderstorm, and even on the news in the doctors, they were saying how they needed a thunderstorm to clear out the air because it was so muggy. And I had the most epic storm I've ever seen in my life, and so I think it was a supercell embedded in a squall line, because there's a line of storms spanning almost the entire length of England, and it was like oriented southwest to northeast, like the line was, but it was also moving that direction. So if you got hit by the storm, you got hit by every single storm in that line. So I knew, okay, let's go. So I knew there was a storm coming because I had a subscription to the Net Weather Radar, and the clouds started to get dark outside. So I went upstairs. I was living with my parents at the time. I would have been 18 or 19. So I went upstairs, looked out the window, and the sky was just black, and there was like constant flashes of lightning, like constant. Then we had pretty decent sized hail. I think it was almost the size of a penny, which is considered large for the UK. Tornado one to the east. Okay, maybe we should get on that one. No, it's moving away. Okay, let's just chill here at Central Gas till we decide which way to go. So yeah, there's constant lightning. I didn't know it was a supercell at the time. I think it was classified as one later. I guess people look back at radar images or whatever. But it was the most insane storm I'd ever seen. I think it's when I got my very first lightning photo with that. Like I'd made a goal back in I think 2010, 2011 to take a photo of lightning. So got an SLR camera, learned to use bulb mode, learned how to change the settings like aperture, shutter speed, ISO. So I was just upstairs taking hundreds of photos on the longest shutter I could get away with it being handheld. And I got one lightning photo from all of them, but it was just an absolutely insane storm. Like I was watching the photos come in on Facebook. There's cars on the roads, which it's kind of the underpasses. Here, some roads you have a roundabout, and then you have a road passing underneath, like usually a dual carriageway or motorway. So it's like a dual carriageway under this roundabout, and the cars were like it flooded in the cars. You could just see the tops of the roofs of the cars. Like we'd never seen any flooding like that. Drains were bursting. The next day, I think it was, people were going to work in a kayak. I think people were just getting the kayaks out in the street during the storm. But it's the most insane storm I've ever seen. It was a supercell, which is rare in the UK. So that's my best storm story. I don't think it put down a tornado. I guess one of the clues that it could have been a supercell was that we had, like when the storm first moved over, there was no rain. So I'm guessing we're in the inflow region originally, because there was like the clouds got dark, there was a lot of thunder, a lot of lightning, but then it didn't start raining until the storm had passed quite a bit over us. So I don't know, but I think don't squall lines do that. The inflow is actually at the leading edge of the storm. I need to brush up on my meteorology a bit. And nothing's happening. I want to make something exciting for people to actually watch later. So I think everything's shifting north. Okay, let's get north again. I hate it when the winds start doing this. Like, you'll think it's moving north and then it'll spin around again. I think what would be more realistic. Uh-oh. Okay, I need to turn right here. Frame rate's instantly dropping. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Drive. And then I'll try and get a view of that, because that looks cool. Lots of things going flying. You literally have no warning, though. If that touches down on top of you, you're dead. Okay. And that's moving northeast. So if we stay here, we get a good view of everything. So let's spin around and see what chaos is happening over here. Where's this debris even coming from? Is it... Ooh. Again, 8 frames a second still, not bad. And there's another one touching down. I hope it's not over here, because I'm running out of places to escape to. No, it's not here. So I can keep watching that. Just have to keep an eye on this storm as well. Let's sneak up. Okay, we're getting debris landing over here. Power station exploding over there. Is there another tornado? Okay, there's the funnel. There's a constant stream of debris feeding into it. I feel like there's something over there because there's an explosion over there. I don't know if something landed on... No, I think something's happening over there. Is that another funnel? Yeah, it is. So we've got 2 wedges now, going to move through Wakota. We're set in a good position to watch this though. Power lines going up. See if I can get a photo of this. Maybe make it the channel icon, or maybe this video's icon. Maybe just zoom in on that since it'll be doing a ton of damage. It's a funnel cloud apparently. Okay, another over there. Yeah, I think the problem's the radius, not the power. Like, it should be ripping things apart. I don't know why it's ripping things apart all the way over there. It's starting to go invisible. Maybe we need to drive a bit closer. If I can. We've got 3 and they're moving south. There's one behind me as well. Oh. Because I just want to test it normally, and then you get 2 wedges touched down here. So we've got this over here. I've got another over there. Can't see it though. Frame rate's taking a massive hit. So I think 10 frames with having like a, was it almost about 1/3 of a mile wide, 2 1/3 of a mile wide tornadoes. Pretty decent. Especially since this is a laptop and not a proper gaming rig. So there's the debris cloud, it's coming towards us. Actually get closer to the tornado? I don't think so. Apparently it's over a kilometer away. I don't think that's the case. Oh, here's the other tornado. See, it's getting that rounded look. The clouds need to cover. Then sometimes it'll suddenly render some clouds in front of it. This is the best looking one. Again, 3 frames a second. Try to get all of the tornado debris. Right now, I think that's impossible. Let's watch this. What am I getting? 6 frames a second, I think. Let me back up a bit. Considering how wide this is, I think I'm getting okay performance. That looks good. I like that. I really like that. I think I'm going to say I've accomplished my goal of getting a realistically wide tornado. That's definitely wider than 2 houses. And then we've got the other tornado over here, but that doesn't look great. You need to be up close to them for them to look good. Okay, time for me to get in the car and reverse a bit, I think. Shame about the performance, though. If I dial down the radius, it'll destroy fewer things, and then I'll get better performance. So maybe that'll be the final tweak. But in terms of visually, that looks good. Let's get a photo of it and share it. I'll share it on the Discord after. 67 points. Surprising considering the amount of damage. 93. Ooh, an explosion as well. Perfect. But if I set the free roaming mode back to normal so that the EF5 is as rare as it usually is, then the performance shouldn't be as much of a problem because you're not going to have every single tornado being a massive wedge on the map. So it's not going to be doing a ton of damage. There's another wedge over there. I think that's just an EF4. Oh, it's an EF5 as well. It is EF5, but it looks like an EF4. It must be about to get downgraded. Yeah, because that one's just downgraded as well. That's why the frame rate's coming back up. So I think final tweak is to decrease the damage radius just a little bit more, or maybe quite a bit more. Tornado, where was that again? Here we go. EF5. What was it originally? I saved it on my desktop, I think it was. So originally, I didn't actually save it. Well, let's have a look at EF4 to get a rough idea. EF4 is 2,400. So this would have been, I think, was it 3,000 or something? Maybe drop that to 3,800 and then be done with it. Edit method. Actually, I don't think that overwrote the file. Yes, replace. Okay, but I think I'm happy with that. I'm happy with those results. The other thing is the debris rotation rate. Is this rate over time? Not really sure what that does though. Emission module. Rate over time multiplier. So I'll do with particle systems, which I'm not familiar with. I'm not a games developer. Most of my development experience has actually been some web development, but then I've also worked on some embedded medical hardware. I've worked on PLC systems, so more like the industrial type controller, device controller, rather than software and like visual stuff. I'm happy with those results. I think maybe what I'll do is change the probabilities. So where were the probabilities? They were further up, weren't they? Here we go. So no, not here. Yeah, it was. So I'd set this to 0. Maybe I need to give an EF5 like a 50% chance, so you still know you've got a good chance of seeing one. Or maybe like a 40% chance. So a 40% chance, I mean if it's greater than 6. Then, let's see. And this is 3. Let's say 6, 5, 4, let's say 3.5, 3. Yeah, so that way at least not every single tornado is a wedge. I'm hoping you can actually see this. I should have checked. Yeah, you can see what I'm doing. So, the other thing is the debris cloud. Tornado base clouds. See if I can make it rotate quicker. Space between clouds doesn't look like what I want to do. Oh, wait a second, we've got this range 0 to 360. We've got Euler angles. I've heard some people pronounce it Euler, other people pronounce it Euler, I don't know. That's Z. Now, but that's to do with angles and not speed. A tornado. Let's have a look down here, see if there's anything which... Okay, center cloud front rotation module. Center cloud base rear rotation. I guess I could just search for rotation and then look for things which are part of the game. Map marker, no, that's not it. Photon network doesn't sound like it. Snapshot, flock child, FP weapon, no, these look like things which have been left over from other libraries. I want to see something like tornado or cloud controller or something like that. Mobile weather system? Don't think so. Car tornado, no, it'll be something to do with tornadoes. Particle examples. Maybe this is something I'll figure out in my own time and then do a modding stream once I figured out how to do it. See if there's anything obvious which I can change. Yeah, no, nothing I can see, so let's just save this and I think I'll have the final game. Been going for an hour now, so I can see the fruits of this labour. Could do that final mission. Isn't there an EF5 in that one? It's the one where you have the car. Okay, let's see what happens. I think there's an EF5 in this mission. I played it twice. I played it on the first day I bought it. Then I think like a week later, and I haven't played this mission since. But I think an EF5 forms this one, doesn't it? And move through Wakota. So if it does, we have a guaranteed EF5, and then I'll do some free roaming. We have multiple debris that could kill you, especially now that the debris starts flying into the air before the tornadoes even touch down. But this could happen in real life. Like, the wind doesn't start once the condensation funnel's formed. Like, the wind starts straight away as the pressure continues to drop, then condensation forms. So it's not totally unrealistic. Let's start. Oh yeah, I forgot this isn't free roam. Oh, and we're trapped as well. So if I remember rightly, this one forms a small tornado that goes over here, and I think this one puts down the EF5. I don't know. Let's just get to it. Let's just start driving and see what happens. Yeah, ground doesn't look great here, but I'm getting decent frames. I say decent. 18 frames a second is decent for me. It's got more than 300 points. I don't really want to score points on this since I've modded it. Unless it's an EF4 that moves through, otherwise this will be a bit of a waste of time. North, let's see. We'll know if it's the modded version because we should see a lot of things. Yeah, I'm getting sucked into the air. See, there's just a little needle there. It's getting stronger. Frame rates haven't started to drop yet. There's another tornado touching down. Somewhere to our left. Let's just get out of the car and watch. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. That looks like something from the movie Twister. If suddenly all the trees start to fly up into the clouds, then we know that it's an EF5 that's formed. On the lowest graphics settings, tornadoes still look really good. Dev's done an absolutely brilliant job with this game. I've said that a bunch of times, but it really has. Okay, looks like it's getting stronger. Oh, there we go. That's the that looks like the modded one. Okay, time to go. Let's just drive straight forward. Okay, there's an EF4 there, but it looks like there's an EF5 going down behind it. That's how I was seeing things, but I swear I saw a massive wedge going down. have gone to the west of your position. Yeah, this looks like the modded version. Is it? Or is it just the regular version? Trying to get a better view. I think I'm going to drive down here and to the right. Maybe let's just drive straight forward. This wasn't a good idea. I'm going to get run over by the tornado. There goes the gas station. Reverse. Uh-oh. Lots of explosions. Yeah, I think I'm safe in this alleyway. Safe? Where is it? There it is. Should move away from here. Yeah, probably. So it looks like it's just an EF4, not the EF5. So sorry about that. Like I said, people wanted to see the modded tornado will be disappointed. I guess it's free roam time then. Let's just start with more money. That way I can just buy everything at the start, because my goal is not to level up or anything, it's just to see what this looks like. There we go, it's loaded. Yeah, so I've got 10 grand in my pocket. Just buy everything. Get a bunch of storage, shouldn't need more than that. Batteries, bandwidth. Okay, first thing, direction. Everything's moving northeast, so if I position myself up here, this looks like it's going to put down an EF5 already because it's a giant storm. So I'll get ahead of it. And I need, since the tornado's so wide, you've got to be careful positioning yourself ahead of it because you need to be able to get around the tornado to get away. I think this road's a little bit too windy. Yeah, roads have bends, but there's a lot of them. For no reason either. Like I understand like a bunch of hairpins like going up a mountainside or something, but it doesn't look like there's anything obvious that the road's winding around. There's no rivers or obstacles or anything. This does make it more challenging to drive away from a tornado. So west of our position. Okay. Might just be a little one though. drive towards it. Did I see a power flash there? Am I just imagining it? No, those are power flashes. So it looks like we're getting a wedge to start the game off. In a good position as well. Yep, more power flashes. If this is moving southeast, I'll try and stay to the north of it then. Should be somewhere to turn left here. So I just imagine that. Were those power flashes or was it rain on my windscreen? I think I was imagining that. I'm going to have to rewatch the stream, make sure I'm not going crazy. Wait, no, it wasn't. Look, there's a bunch of power lines which are missing. Looks like it must have started to form and then rope out. Just wait here for something to happen. Corwan might get hit. Sorry, no, Byron. Let's just face left so we can see what's happening. You just gotta be careful because if a funnel goes down over your head, you're just dead instantly. At least I've got enough money to respawn my vehicle if I do die. Should have done that before when I was testing it. I guess that's not really core punching, there wasn't very heavy precipitation as I went through there. I think it's still moving south. Anything up here? No. Now would be the perfect time for it to drop a wedge because we'll see this town get destroyed. The developer should do a cheat mode where, like a cheat menu where you can just change the direction of the wind and spawn a tornado where you want. Like maybe like a map view, and you just click where on the map you want the tornado to spawn. Or just force one to spawn in whatever cell, whichever cells are on the map. Might be worth sleeping. Near my house, it might be worth sleeping just to... Sorry about that. I could sleep just to hopefully get something else to spawn. Sit down and relax, or take a nap, or sleep. Take a nap. Okay, hopefully there's something. different. Oh, okay. Lots of new stuff happened. Just got a notification on my phone. I've got a message on LinkedIn. It's my old line manager. I did a year's placement. Ah, okay. So I did a bit around, I guess, my software engineering background. I did a 4-year course on computer science. The first 2 years were at uni. Then for my 3rd year, I did a year's placement at a company, which I won't name them on the stream. Really good company. Really enjoyed my time there. But kind of like the plans I had and what they did as a company were kind of different, and I wanted to do something a bit different. So I graduated after my 4th year, and I got a job offer somewhere else which was closer to my interests and what I wanted to work on. And then a month before I was due to start, I got an offer to do a PhD in it was a cross-disciplinary PhD between medicine and software engineering. So I didn't really want to, because after writing my dissertation, like, I was kind of sick of academia. I hate writing. My project that I worked on at the time was fun. It was interesting, but you work on anything long enough, you just start to get sick of it. But anyway, I decided to take the PhD. So what I'm going to be doing is developing a system for deciding who gets a transplant. So it's specifically for lung transplant patients. If you're on a waiting list waiting for a pair of lungs, and a set of lungs become available from a donor, right now it's just a lot of phone calls and faxes, and it's automated to some degree, but the system does nowhere near what the NHS currently want it to do. So I'm going to hopefully be able to develop over the next 3 years a system to automate that. So you'll get a donor, you'll put in the characteristics of the lungs, it'll know the age, sex, height of everybody on the waiting list, and it'll name the top 10 best matches. So that's what I've been starting on my PhD, and that message I just got was he was just wishing me good luck on it. This is my line manager from a previous job. Maybe I should have just kept the probability at 100% of getting a wedge, because this has been really quiet. No. We're in Wakota. This is starting to look just like a regular stream. Maybe I could do a set. What I might do is record myself. I'll change the probabilities. Record myself chasing the giant wedges, like the modded version. And then maybe upload a highlight reel or something like that. Oh, unless, is that starting to go super EF5? It might be. Let's go over to Wakota, see what's happening. And if I'd managed to mod the speed of the car, I could have got there really quickly, but I can't for the life of me figure out how to get this car going faster than 80 miles an hour. Okay, so I'm going to turn right here, and I don't think it is the modded wedge. Oh, maybe it is. Maybe it's an EF4. If it gets stronger, then we'll. If it's continuing to strengthen, then we'll see it. Oh, there's a tornado over there, but that's just a small one. If it goes to EF5, then we'll see the modded version of it. So come on. Wish there was a way of making the car accelerate faster. Like an emergency mode or something. Oh no, that just looks like EF3. Maybe about to go to an EF4. Maybe worth staying on, because if it's still getting stronger, we might get to see it. Yeah, I might do a separate stream, I'll call it Wedge Fest or something like that, and I'll set it back to every tornado being an EF5, because yeah, I gotta admit, this is a bit more boring now that there's not wedges everywhere. Maybe set it really high to like, maybe 80% EF5s and 20% EF0s, just so my computer doesn't get overwhelmed. Do it as a separate stream of just total destruction. No modding, no DnSpy, nothing. Oh, it looks like it's going down over there. Yep, there's the super wedge. So I need to go down and to the left. Is that a song by Mayday Parade? The line in one of the songs by Mayday Parade? It's moving north. Oh, I don't think I need to mod the debris cloud rotation speed. That's going really fast. Okay, I'll keep my distance because it's going straight north, but I can get a bit closer. It's starting to get low on petrol. Okay, I'll take a photo. I think that's looking pretty good. It doesn't look good here. I think I need to get closer because you can see the top of it. But if you get close enough, the clouds render over the top of the tornado, and it looks good. Let's get closer. At least that looks good. That doesn't. Need to be closer again. Yeah, if there's something I could do about that. I just don't like that. With setting, I guess... In CSS you have the Z index, is it? Where you can send something to the front or to the back. Maybe there's a way of changing that. Maybe the debris cloud's still a bit too big, I don't know. Now I'm in its path, let's get out of the way as quickly as I can. Whoa. Okay, stuff's starting to get ripped up. There goes the fence. Come on, I just need to get to this farm over here and I'll be in a good position to watch it. There we go. Oh no! It would rope out. Is it roped out? Oh no, it's still saying EF5, it's just invisible. It would rope out right when we get in a good position to view it. Let's reverse. Let's carefully get closer to it. It looks like it's gone down to EF4 now. Yeah, it has. think it's coming straight towards us. Uh-oh. Get in the car, get in the car, get in the car, get in the car. 160, 200 miles an hour. Keep going. We go a little bit further. It's coming, yeah. Yeah, I think we're safe now. Oh, that's weird. I've never seen an EF4 look like that. It's an EF3 now. Yeah, that's right, it's like morphing from an EF4 to an EF3. Okay, I think I'll end this now because I've been streaming for almost an hour and a half. I need to get some food. And then if I have time today, if not, then maybe tomorrow, do a stream of just nothing but half-mile wide EF5 wedges. Okay, well, if you've watched this, thank you for taking the time to watch, and I'll be leaving now. Bye!